All right, let's try this again. Here we go. Hello, everyone. Trying to add John now. Moments away. Meanwhile, I had some help today making this board. I'm very proud of it. It's a really nice background to my Villa One chat here. There's a lot of fun things on there. I've also got my Villa One cocktail here. It's the Especial. That is Villa One Reposado, right there. Little club soda, orange wedge, and a little, well, ice, as you can see. John, where are you? Thanks for your patience, everybody. Old man Jonas still trying to figure out how to use technology. We are connecting live to John now. There he is.
Oh, there we go.
Hey.
Hey, Nick.
How's it going, John?
How are you, brother?
How do I turn it around?
I'm all good.
Can you see me?
I got you.
You know, it's funny. I was watching you trying to technically get connected here with my 11-year-old and Joyce. But I was thinking as I was sitting here, 3 weeks ago, we were having a cocktail and dinner in New York. And in 3 weeks, the whole world has just completely turned upside down.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's a crazy time. How are you guys doing?
We're doing all right. Thank you for asking. I know I was thinking about that too before this chat, just how rapidly things have changed and how many lives are being affected around the world. And so first off, to everyone watching, we just want to say we're here for you. We're thinking about you. You're in our thoughts and prayers. And amidst the craziness of these times, John and I spoke offline just about, first of all, how much we missed hanging out, and also what we could do just to connect and also have a chance to connect with our fans in the world. And, you know, one of the things that brought us together, obviously, is our love for creating and imagining and also tequila. Also, look, my wife's here with our dogs.
Hey, Pri. How are you? I'm grabbing my Villa One cocktail here as well. I'm going to pour myself a glass as well.
Yeah.
But
Have you met Gino?
You met Gino yet?
no, but I've seen
He's our
plenty
new
of pictures of Gino.
He's a good boy.
Looks like you guys are having a good time together. There's a lot of love there.
A lot of love here, and also a lot of tequila. So for those who are joining us and drinking, this is it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
As you can see, can I show them the board?
Yeah, I showed him a little bit.
See, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
I love it. I love it. Well, it's 8 o'clock in New York, but it feels like 5 o'clock since we're toasting together. So as you say, I love the whole comment that it is 5 o'clock someplace, and to everybody out there, to good health, to safe well-being, and to lots of love to your families as well.
Cheers to that.
Yeah.
Now, we know there's a lot going on in the world, but we said why not take a minute to slow things down with friends and with the people joining us online, just to you know, have a sip of a drink if you're old enough to do so. And
I definitely am.
and let things slow down a little bit and actually just take into account that this ability to connect like this in other ways is so helpful in times like this when we're all so far apart from the people we love, or just staying inside like we should be doing our social distancing. How's it been for you guys?
You know, we've been up at our lake house. That's where I am right now. It's still, today was a beautiful day, actually. It felt a little spring-like, but couple days back we had about 5 or 6 inches of snow. and it felt like winter wasn't over yet. But the sun was out today, and went for a nice walk with my puppy. Nice. And Joyce and Taya were playing tennis today, so it felt like a little spark of change in the air, which hopefully that positivity is something we all need, because when you get cooped up, it's easy to get caught up in all the negative that you see on television. That's for sure. So I think the awareness is still super important, but I think the half full mentality and the positivity is what we all need right now.
And it's so important, right? Like, I mean, everybody being in similar situations, whatever this is, has sort of been a leveler of sorts. It doesn't matter where you're from or who you are, we're all affected in the same way. And that positivity and joy is so important. Like, life as it should be, life as we knew, everything has changed, but there's some things that don't have to, which is this, being able to reach out to your friends, being able to, be with your family, watch your dogs fight. Stop it.
Well, I think the connectivity.
Okay, enough.
I think the connectivity with your family and friends right now is probably more important than ever. And it really gives you pause for thinking about all of that. And I'm sure, as we've been doing, connecting, I'm sure that it's been probably the biggest outreach in friends and family that I can remember in the longest time, besides possibly at a holiday, where everybody's checking in all the time and sending good vibes out there.
And cooking. We're cooking nonstop, living in the kitchen.
Joyce is holding the phone, but
Joyce,
she's saying
Joyce, where are you? Why don't we see you?
Hi.
Turn the phone, Joyce.
No, thank you. Are you kidding? I just got out of the shower.
Turn the phone, Joyce.
I'm honing my cooking skills.
Very nice.
Nice. I don't have any, otherwise I would have done that too.
I'll teach you.
It's a good time to be binging on The Voice as well. It's been a crazy season already. It's kind of funny. You and I were talking a few weeks back when you had just kicked off the season, and first of all, you're kicking ass. I mean, it's isn't he? I mean, it really is. And he's totally in control.
Yeah, right.
And the competition is at an ultimate high there. And I love the relationship already between you and Blake, and especially you two. I mean, it's really he's such a character with you.
Yeah,
but I definitely think he's definitely feeling the hot air breathing down his neck there.
Just wait. Team Nick gets even better than what people have seen so far.
Come here, JoJo. Come here.
Where's JoJo?
Hi. Hello, JoJo.
Here's JoJo.
John, if you had to pick so far, do you have a favorite from my team that you've seen? Not to put you on the spot, but
yeah, I don't really. I'm probably, I think that there's so much action going in on the last week. Yeah. And I love, I'm kind of leaning forward in this chair because I kind of got that from how you sit in your chair at the, everybody else is kind of laid back, and you're right up there with your ears out and your hand ready. Your hand ready, but your hand is also very steady. It's not going to hit that buzzer unless there's a real reason to hit it, which I think is pretty amazing for in any season, but for sure the first season in on it. But you definitely feel like you've been doing this a long time there, and you're already a great mentor.
That means a lot. Well, I think that, that's actually something that's been really interesting is obviously in these times, which are challenging for everybody, the need for entertainment is real, and the need to take your mind off things. And I know a lot of people have been watching the Prince of what is it? The King of Cats? Tiger King, which I've not seen much of yet.
I haven't.
Music is one of the things that connected us early on, as well as our love for tequila and, like I said before, creating everything else. So what's been the soundtrack for your social distancing, isolation?
We've had music playing like 24/7 from the moment we get up, whether it's, on our, like our system throughout our house here, which would be, on Pandora or you know, Spotify or just a playlist. But we also been super deep into jazz. It's been kind of, our soundtrack in the last couple of weeks, I would say the most that we've been listening to. But I also have a couple of artists that have been in the studio
Nice.
during this period of time. One of the groups has been down in Nashville and the other one in Chicago. So we've been getting dailies from them, rough mixes and some final mixes as well, some mastered mixes. So those have been, it's been kind of a lot of fun going back and forth and, you know, with everybody on the team and making comments there. So definitely, I would say there's been a lot of music. How about you?
We've actually been listening to a lot of music, but more so we've been in a creative tunnel as of late. You know, just writing, trying to keep our minds stimulated. Since, you know, we got married, we haven't had this much
time with each other.
Just
My
at
gosh.
home.
Or at home.
Because
Yeah.
we've been traveling so much and everything else. So it's been nice in the sense that we've been able to just get to create and kind of spend that time with each other. And, you know, so more so than the music, creating scripts and ideas and things in that world. And then also, you know, the new Weekend album came out. We've been listening to that quite a bit. We're always on a Troye Sivan kick. And then I love my musical theater.
Yeah, we go back to the Les Mis sometimes. We go to, I don't know, we've just been listening to music from around the world. We do Hindi music, of course, Nick's favorite, which comes on at like about, you know, when the party's getting started between the two of us and we get lit.
What time is the party starting? 5 o'clock someplace or
5
o'clock
o'clock somewhere.
PST?
I'm going to take the dogs out.
Love
Have
you.
fun, y'all.
Bye,
Bye,
Craig.
Joyce. Bye,
Bye.
baby.
Have fun, guys.
See you soon.
You know, the other thing,
With my little one.
the other thing I wanted to say why we're thinking about all this, because the world is kind of shut down, is, you know, we really want everybody to go out and support, you know, the bartenders and the all the restaurant workers and any of the places that are doing delivery right now, because that industry is just really hammered at this moment, and you can definitely give them a big support by going out and ordering in at this point in time.
For sure. Yeah, my dad has a restaurant in North Carolina, and I was catching up with him 2 days ago. They've shifted, obviously, totally just to their
How are
delivery
they doing
delivery
down there?
service. They're doing all right. I'm sure they're watching now. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. But you know, that is a big thing, and there are so many industries that are being hit by this, and I think it's tough for everybody in a way. And I think that, you know, it's times like these when people rise up and really show their love and support for others, and a selfless attitude about everything. And I really admire that in people, and especially, you know, to be honest, I might be biased, but my fans, our fans, are so loving and so giving, and the message you guys send online, we see all that. It means a lot to us. But also, you know, Priyanka at least comes from a family of doctors and people who are on those front lines every day in the hospitals, and caretakers, and making sure that you know, they're doing all they can to help others, but also you know, trying their best not to put themselves in a vulnerable spot as well. So to all of our doctors and caretakers out there, we salute you, admire you, and thanks for everything you're doing, because it is so important. Shifting gears to tequila for a second. I will say that you know, each day we were talking about this before. We get to a point and we spend our time creating. We're doing what we're doing, and we're obviously isolated here, which is very important. But being able to sit down and actually have a drink and talk about the way you feel, the way this is all affecting you, is super important. So I think when we spoke about this idea of just actually, what does it look like if two friends get on FaceTime but allow the world to see it and just talk over a drink? And you know, I think it's such a nice opportunity to open it up to the people watching as well. If you guys have questions for us, we're certainly educated on tequila at this point, but we're by no means professionals on the COVID-19 virus, and so we'll leave those questions to the doctors and professionals who can answer them the right way. But if you have questions about either the work that me and John are doing, or kind of what's in store for us looking towards this year, which is a bit unknown for everybody, shoot them out to us on these comments below. Someone says, please sing. Another comment said, that fireplace behind John, goals. John, your fireplace is goals. My
fireplace goals, just the kind of bringing the family and together. I mean, we're all, the three of us, as you and Pri are together, the three of us are kind of locked in here. We've been at our lake house for 2 weeks, and the fireplace is something that pretty much either every morning or every night or both, we kind of, it brings us all together in the same room, and we spend time talking about all the things in our lives and the important things. And, and also, the things that are going on in the world right now with, again, trying to be a little bit more positive about those things.
For sure.
So that's my fireplace goals.
I like that. This person says, what makes a good tequila? Well, there are a lot of factors that make a good tequila. And, we've learned a lot, but we're still learning. So I think we can speak to what helped us make ours. But, I think what makes a good tequila is a combination of a few things. We have an amazing distiller, Arturo Fuentes, who helped us build something after, a long process. But what he does is he takes extreme care in every single detail. And I think that's the thing you have to be really conscious of in any sort of form of art, is just the detail in which you approach that project. And his care and love for what he does speaks to us. And so we trusted in him in that process. And then from there, it was about just kind of figuring out what we liked, John, you and I, and kind of what inspired us. And I think the Reposado immediately stood out to both of us and was something that was just, I don't know, became a part of the fabric of our life in a sense. And the journey to actually make it was really inspiring. And then, for me, having a partner like John who can create such an aesthetically pleasing and beautiful product, was really helpful. And I think you guys will see that if you go check it out. This person, sorry, they said, what are your 3 favorite tequilas? Well, we're pretty biased. I'd say Villa One Silver, Villa One Reposado, and Villa One Añejo.
I would say that's it. And you can get those on, have those delivered to your house from drizzly.com and also from reservebar.com right now too. So you don't have to leave. And they're definitely all worth 3 trying. In fact, it's, we love competing against other tequilas because we think we have some great stuff here. And so we welcome you to do the taste test out there against any other tequilas that you've been drinking.
John, this person says, what's your favorite TV show?
Oh, well, right now it's The Voice.
Voice. They also asked a follow-up, do you watch Dance Moms, which I'm actually curious to hear the answer to.
No. I didn't even know there was a show called Dance Moms. I'm sorry to say.
Well, there is, and apparently it's very, very entertaining. Let's see, we got more question. What's going on with the tour doc and new album? Someone asks. I assume that's a question for me, unless you have a tour documentary coming out that I don't know about.
No, we already did one, doc.
I'll just say this for whoever's watching: be on the lookout because there are some things coming. I'll just leave it at that. I think in this time of needing to be, sort of able to adapt at any moment and make your plans, but then also, think about how you can continue to keep the art alive and actually reach people. And that's our main goal. We've taken the thought of, let's just stay creative. And that's why we've been staying in the house and writing and trying to do all we can as far as screenplays and other things that inspire us. But as far as the brother stuff goes, I don't want to speak out of turn because it's obviously the 3 of us that will talk about it. But we are are thinking, and hopefully have something for them.
Brewing.
For all of you.
Brewing.
Yeah. Please come to Saskatoon on your next tour. Okay, that would be beautiful. Let's see, more questions here. When is the book coming out? Well, again, soon. I've got no hard dates for anybody. John, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
What have you been doing to exercise in this time of isolation?
That's a good question. So I've had a rowing machine in storage that was never really put together. So about a week and a half ago, I put that together. It's both a cycle and a rowing machine, and I've actually been enjoying it. It definitely gets the heart beating. It works a lot of parts of my body, and it's not everybody likes every part of what they do. I usually work with a trainer, so of course I'm working by myself right now, and it's something that I actually have truly look forward to going down and spending a bit of time at the house here. How about you? I saw you out in front of your house today. It looked like you were doing some exercise. You posted something.
Yeah, we've been working out pretty regularly here. We've been doing the home workout situation. We have a few small things that we can use, and over the years of training, I picked up little things here and there. So I've been training, but I had to ask, Pri and say, you want me to take this seriously, or do you want me, to just, I don't know.
Well, knowing you, it has to be serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've taken it pretty seriously. Someone says, leading into that, what does your typical quarantine day look like? Well, we get up, we take the dogs out, we then work out, and then we spend a few hours kind of creating, trying to keep our brains stimulated. We have a drink, and then we usually have dinner and watch a TV show or a movie. We watched a great documentary the other night, which if you haven't seen it, you should. It's called The Boys. It's the Sherman Brothers documentary. It's about Bob and Dick Sherman, who wrote so many of the most beloved Disney classics and beyond that we all love, and their story is incredible. Obviously, I connected to it because it's a brother story, but
sure.
For any music lover or Disney film lover, this is a film you should watch, and it just really, I've seen it now 2 or 3 times. It blows me away every time. The career these guys had, and the ability to craft the perfect song for the perfect moment, and even the conversations they had with Walt Disney around Mary Poppins, for instance, and their relationship they built. So it's a good watch, good documentary, and that's our day pretty much. What about yours, John? Joyce?
He's on the phone from morning till night.
Joyce is saying I'm on the phone from morning to night. Yeah, I mean, this is my office, as it is yours as well. So I'm kind of I've been on the phone for because of international business and calls. It starts quite early with Asia, and it goes quite late. But get up, take the dog out. She actually, we can let her out here. She'll split, and we're not sure if she's coming back or not. Or after she starts chasing deer or squirrels around here. But if the weather's nice, it's supposed to rain again here for a bunch of days in a row. But if the weather's nice, it's a good way to get going. And it's, in a way, it's a luxury that we normally don't have, because we usually get going and immediately, start running to the office early in the morning. So, and I have to say, in a way, blessed to have lunch. Joyce has been amazing, cooking constantly. She's been like a restaurateur on her own in the home. And so she's been making pretty much breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I mean, we're pretty blessed.
Beautiful thing.
And yeah, so it's kind of, once you're done with one meal, you're kind of planning what's the next one. But the positive thing is that we, in the whole thing is that we haven't killed each other yet. and everybody's still enjoying spending time together. So a couple weeks in and going strong.
That's beautiful. I'm glad to hear that. Someone said, nice hat, Nick. Oh, this is my I haven't gotten a haircut in a while hat. So it's really good at concealing what's underneath this, which is looking a little wild, but thank you to whoever said that. All right, well, John, this has been fun. I appreciate your time for jumping on with me.
Yeah, it's good to be with you. Good to see your face there.
It's now
And
5:30 somewhere.
Yes.
And 8:30 somewhere else. But miss you, and
Miss you too, man.
hope to see you again soon. To everybody watching at home, thanks for joining us. And if you have a drink,
healthy times to everybody. Lots of love.
cheers to you. All the best, and I hope we all get through this swiftly and everything gets worked out, goes back to normal at some point. In the meantime, take all the necessary precautions, wash your hands, do everything that you need to do that our doctors have been telling us to do, and we hope to see you on the other side. Cheers.
God bless. Bye-bye.
Bye.